Is my emulator visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah. So today also we are going to deal with the navigations. Yesterday we have seen this bottom navigation, right? So today we will see the drawer navigation, this type of navigation. So like if I change here, the fragments are changing, and with fragments also my bottom navigation is changing. If I select notifications from this drawer navigation, you can see my bottom navigation also showing the notification icon, and I'm changing the fragment to also that fragment, right? So today we will do this. This was our yesterday's project. We have only included the bottom navigation and one content view frame layout. And in our main activity, we did this fragment transfer transaction, the switch statement. Yes. So for today, first thing is we need this icon here on our app bar to toggle the drawer navigation view, right? So this we can't apply to our default this one default app bar, right? So we have to delete that, remove that. So you can see in the design we didn't got any option for the app bar to delete, right? So you where you can remove it, you have to go in your theme section. In theme section, it will be as a dark action bar here by default. Okay, you have to change that to no action bar. Once you will change it, you can see my default app bar is gone. Now I have to add on custom app bar. Okay, so before adding custom app bar, to show this type of layout, we need a drawer layout, not a constant layout. Okay, but for our frame layout and for our bottom navigation, we need a constraint layout, right? So we can't delete the constraint layout from here and just add the drawer layout. So what I will do, I will create a new constraint layout here, right? With match parent and match parent. And in this constraint layout, I will copy this bottom navigation. Now my bottom navigation in my constraint view, and I will change this default constraint layout to power layout. Right? Now I can include the navigation view. So before including the navigation view, I need this custom app bar, right? To add this button, toggle button. Okay. So for that, I will make a custom app bar here. After my frame layout, I will add. You can see this one, the Google.material.app bar. You have to include this one. Width will be match parent and the height will be wrap content. Okay. And in this app bar, we have to include toolbar. So you can see I have got the two options for the toolbar: Android X.app component.widget.toolbar and this one toolbar. Right? As we are updated to our latest version, so we need this Android X one. If you include this toolbar, it will not work properly. So include this Android X toolbar, then match parent and wrap content. Okay, so you can see the app bar is visible here. The next thing is I have to add some constraints to it. Okay, so now my app bar is done and I added it. I will add some ID here. Right, so I gave them ID. The next thing is I want this layout. Okay, so for this layout, we have first we need to get back to our drawer layout. Okay, we can't mention that layout in our constraint layout, so I will close my constraint layout here. And after my when my constraint layout is closed, in my drawer layout I will add a navigation view. Okay, match parent and match parent, right? And in this is also a navigation view, so this will also require a menu option. So I will add the menu which we created last time, the same menu we created for our bottom navigation view. I'm adding that same to our drawer layout. Okay, and the width will be wrap constant, sorry. And then what I will do is I I don't want this to be visible when I start my app. I want it to be visible when I click on the button. Okay, so I will give it a layout in Gravity. Layout Gravity as start. Okay, now you can see it has went there, and when I click on my toggle button, it should appear. So for that, I need an ID to it. I need an ID to my drawer layout also. Okay. Now I should connect it here. So first drawer layout. Drawer layout. Then our navigation view. Then I want my toolbar. Toolbar. Okay. So I have connected my drawer layout, navigation view, and my toolbar. Okay. So first thing now I need a button on my toolbar here to toggle the navigation view. So to add that, why we use this property set support action bar. I will provide here the toolbar which we included. Then for the next thing for the toggling option, I will use the what is action bar drawer toggle. Drawer toggle is equal to my action bar drawer toggle. Now you can see in the argument list. Visible. Okay. In this argument list, you should basically pass a drawer layout, a toolbar. Then we need some method for open and close. Okay. So for that method, I will come back in my strings.xml. I will add two strings here. One will be named as open. The next string will be close. Okay. Now in this argument list, I will pass first my context, then a drawer layout. You can see here it is asking me an actual context, drawer layout, toolbar, then some strings open and for opening and closing. Right. The next thing is the toolbar. The next thing, let me take it down. Okay. The next thing, dot string dot or open method. The next close method, r dot string dot close. Okay. Now I have to add this toggling method to my drawer layout. So drawer layout dot um, let me check what was that function. Yeah, add drawer listener, and in that listener I will pass this toggle action button. Okay. And next thing I want this to be synced. This action. dot sync state. Okay. So now I have added the button for the toggling button here. If I run my app here, you can see the toggling button has appeared here. When I click on the toggle button, it is opening this menu option. But when I click on this, nothing is happening because we have not set it the click listeners for here. Okay. Now my button is working fine. Now the next thing is we have to add the item listener on that. So here I will call my navigation view dot set navigation item listener. Okay. And in this also, like what we did yesterday, we will do the same thing using the switch. Okay. I will just copy this. Yes. This is our bottom navigation view, which did yesterday. We need the same thing here. Okay. Now if I run my app again, okay, I'm getting error. What is the if now you can see I'm in the home fragment. Let's say I will choose the about. Now you can see when I click the about section, it is not closing my drawer. But if I come back here, it has changed my fragment to the about fragment. If I click on the help, it is not closing, but it has changed my fragment to the help fragment. And one more problem is that when I'm in other fragment also, then my bottom navigation is showing the first option only clicked. So what I want, when I click on the other fragment, it should close. Then it should also update our bottom navigation view. Okay. So for that, what I can do, when we complete our method, our transaction method, we will call this navigation view our drawer layout. Drawer layout dot close drawer. Okay. Now here you can see it is asking my gravity method. Okay, which is gravity.combat.start. So what it will do, it will just close my drawer. The next thing was I want to update this. When I change my fragment, I want to update my navigation view also. Yes, for that I can do is I will come back in my home. First, when we select the home option, I want to do bottom navigation dot set selected item as dot hide dot home. Okay, the same thing here. When I'm in about fragment, I want to update my bottom navigation to about. Dot about, and here also data title help. Right now, if I run my app again, okay, now you can see my bottom navigation is working fine. And if when I click on other options, it is closing the drawer and it is also updating the fragment and it is also updating my bottom navigation. If I click on another option, it has updated my fragment also and my bottom view also. Right. So this is your today's task. You have to do this drawer layout and drawer navigation view, and also update your bottom navigation with it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts here? Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, Lokesh sir.
सर प्लीज एक बार रिपीट कर दो.
Okay. Okay. The first thing we know we want to do is change our layout. For changing our layout, we want to first change our main layout as a drawer layout. Okay. And this is our yesterday's the bottom navigation. This was the same code. So in there, I want to first remove my default app bar here. To remove the default app bar, you need to go in the themes.xml file. There you have to change this to no action bar. It will remove your default app bar. Then I want a custom app bar. So to include a custom app bar, you have to first include an app bar layout, then include a toolbar in it, and make sure you are using the Android X toolbar. If you use only the Android toolbar, it will not work with your main activity. Okay, so you have to use the Android X toolbar, then set to just a width and height to it and ID to it. Then the next thing is we want to create our navigation view. So you have to include the navigation view. You have to add the same menu which we have created yesterday. Add the gravity to start, so it will not appear when you launch the app. It will only appear when you toggle with the button. The next thing is when we come back to our main activity, I want to set my custom app bar with that toggle button. So for that, I will first set my action bar to the or custom app bar. Then I will create a toggle button here. Okay, in the toggle button, what I am passing is I am passing an context, which is our main activity.java. Then a drawer layout. Then I'm passing the toolbar. Then I'm passing some strings here, which is open and close. You have to just come back your strings.xml file and create two methods which are open and close. Okay, you have to mention it here. Then to your drawer layout, you have to add a drawer listener in which you will pass your toggle button and just sync your state. So it will add your toggle button there, and it will start working with your drawer layout. It will just open and close your drawer layout. So next thing is when our drawer layout is appeared, we want to do something with that menu options, right? When we click on an item, I want to upgrade to a fragment. So first thing is we want to set a navigation item selected listener. Then we use the same method like yesterday, in which we pass a condition of item.getID, and in the conditions where if my ID is equal to home, I will change my fragment to the home fragment, and also update my bottom navigation view to the home item. Then if my item is of ID about, then I will just change my fragment to about fragment, and I will update my bottom navigation to the about item. So same thing here for the help. And to close your drawer layout automatically, you add this close drawer gravity combat dot start. So it will close your drawer layout as soon as you click on any items. Yes, sir. Any doubts?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anything else you want to ask or something? Yes. Yes, Ravina ma'am or Ramya ma'am. Hello.
No,
Am I
sir.
audible? Yeah. So any suggestions about the projects which I asked yesterday? Yeah. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir.
So
Sir,
why
at the
I'm
end of the
focusing?
internship,
No,
sir, maybe the projects are taken at the end of the internship, sir, or we can proceed
no.
from now onwards.
I'm asking. See, why I'm asking about the projects is the thing. There are two types of learning in this process. While you are learning the Android development, there will be two type of learning. The first, which will be topic-wise learning, which we are doing right now, and the second thing will be a project-based learning. Okay. So if you know all the topics from your Android development, but you don't know how to integrate in a big project, so it will be of no use. You will be back at the zero knowledge,
Sir,
right?
your voice is not clear, sir.
Hello,
Yes,
is it
sir.
clear now?
Yes,
Okay,
sir, yes.
why I'm focusing on the projects is that if you are learning only the topics, now what we are doing, we are covering the topics on in our daily sections. If you only learn the topics and we don't know how to integrate that topics in a bigger projects, so it will be of no use. You will be back at the zero knowledge, right? So I want to introduce some project based learning here, so that in that project based learning you will also know the concepts and also know how to integrate in your bigger projects. It is same like as your maths. If you know the formula but you don't know how to use that formula, it will be no use, right? So same thing here. If you
Yes,
know
sir.
the topic but you don't know how to integrate in your project, it will be of no use. So I'm asking some project suggestion from your side.
Sir, up to we learn some basics, I think. So, from
So
my suggestion is that at the end of the weekend, collaborate all these small parts into a project, and
that's what I will
we
do.
will
If you
ready to.
suggest me a project, I will also teach you the concepts of the project. I will be taking the daily sections also on that same project, and the like one project will might take 1 week long, right? 6 to 7 days maximum. One project will take, and at the
Yes,
last
sir.
of 6 to 7 days, you will be have one project in your hand, which you can use in your resume also in the future while applying the other internships or job also. And it will also boost your resume and also boost your skills, because you have built the whole application. You are not just learning the concept, you need that applications, right? Now what I'm thinking is, I want to show some one app with the API. You anyone of you know what is API is? Yeah, social media like Facebook and so. Okay, any other suggestions? Okay, do you know what is API?
No, sir.
Okay, the API is just one. You can think it as a server which is providing us the data. If you have seen the news apps or the at the now, which is the trending topic is Corona, right? So you have seen some COVID trackers, COVID tracking applications, right? They all that applications work on the APIs. The API will provide the data, how much new cases are coming, how much deaths are being noted. All that will be stored on a server. That's API. What it will do, it will take that server data and it will pass to your app. Okay, so I'm thinking about something like one API app, one app with the Firebase database, and any suggestion from your guy. See,
Okay, sir. That both are good, sir. We
okay,
will ready to
and
do that, sir.
and the next thing is, if you are going for the project based learning, you guys have to do some efforts. Yes, now you can send me a screenshot of the error, and if, as you know, it will be, we are dealing with only one activity or two activity, so I can ask a screenshot of two activities and solve your error. But when we are going in the project, there will be several activities. Sometimes you will get errors which will be linked with other activities, so it will be also harder to me to solve your errors, and it will be also harder to you. So I need you to guys to do some extra efforts. If you know the all the basics, if you know how the error is generating, how what is happening with your error, you will be faster at the project building, right? So if you are
Yes, sir.
starting with the project, you also guys have to do some extra efforts. You have to go on YouTube, search some videos. You have to, in YouTube you can get all the things. Even I have learned from the YouTube only. In YouTube there is all the things. Any one of you have worked before with Recycler View or Firebase database?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so that will be new, right? So for the social media app, as Lokesh sir suggested, it will be a complicated app. It will be not easy. So I will keep it at the end. If we got that much of time, or if I see that much of progression from your side, I will maybe adding one messaging app like chatting app. But like that much of social media app, it will be really complicated. It will be, we will be dealing with several recyclers views, several databases, the storage, real time database, cloud. Okay, that will be completed. I will keep it at last. First we will do some mini projects like one API project, what I said. If I see some efforts from your side, I will include it definitely. We will build one chatting app basic. but I need some effort from your guys for that kind of work. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
If you need that complicated app, then you have to do efforts. You can get several videos on YouTube, but still you know you have to deal with the errors. Errors are the base. It will be getting annoying in the projects when you get a lot of errors. Okay. So if you have any other suggestions like any other apps, you can, we will start including it. Basically, we still have some basic concepts we have to deal with, like some recycler views and the other things. I will just cover that things up. Then we will start on the project, some kind of project. So make sure you guys are learning, and you should learn if you are going to do some projects. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, in previous weekend we are working with UI, one UI, sir. That is
Yes.
a button,
Only.
and when we click the button, it has to be shows like the hotel place.
Yes, ma'am.
So this navigation and combination of this navigation and the UI
Drawer.
is
Yeah.
coming to one mini project, sir. So I
Like
think that is a simple project for my practice, and that is a good for us. When if any
yeah.
errors are occurs when combining these two, so we will know more things. So how to combine one navigation view, one
That's what
button
I'm
or one
saying.
view.
If you don't know how to combine the concept, it will be of no use. That's why I want to start some projects. So what you're say asking for the what your project will be do, what like
Sir,
you want to include. Yes, ma'am.
when we click the book now button,
Okay.
sir, I'm not saying with the database. I'm just want to say that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
combination of
from the intent
that
activity.
UI and navigation bar, these two comes in a one project.
Okay, so what you can do is you you can just you can add your here in the home page you can list your all the hotels. Okay, in your use the bottom navigation as a home to list all your hotels. The next thing is the in the second item you can keep as how many hotels you have booked, so it will display only the hotels you have clicked on it. Okay, and on the third thing you can give your own ideas. What I'm saying is you include that first all the listed hotels in this page in your home fragment, and on the you add two buttons here or else only one button which will be a book now button. And when you click on that button in the second fragment, you should show the selected ones, the selected book now which hotels you have clicked, that should be visible here. Okay, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will be a mini project for you. Try it out and say, let me say when you will show me it, or yeah. Hello.
Sir, weekend, sir. Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. So basically, you should get all the listed hotels on this page, and the second page you should get only the hotels which you have clicked on it. So this will be your mini task for now. You can show me what is date now here. It is Wednesday, right? On Sunday or Monday you can show. Yes.
Sir, can you explain again the output? How it will look like?
Okay. If let me open that also. Don't have it, I guess. No, I don't have that project right now. What I'm saying is, when you will be on the home tag, is my screen visible, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. when you are in your home fragment, I want that layout which you have included. I want that layout to be shown here, all the listed items, all the listed hotel names on this fragment. Okay, or you can include some 7 to 10 hotel names in here. And in all these hotels you should be having one button named as a book now or something else. When I click on the specific, let's say my first hotel is the Hotel Taj Mahal, then my second hotel is some Hotel Raghavendra, and when I these are the two hotels listed here. Okay, and when I click on the book now button on the Hotel Taj Mahal, in the second tab, in the second item here, in the second fragment, I should only get that hotel name which I have selected. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and all the names of should be passed out from the intent. All the prices should be passed out, all the rooms should be passed out. You should take care of that.
Yeah, sir. Okay, sir.
It will be a little complicated if you click on 2 to 3 items. So to list to the 2 to 3 items, you might need to use an array list. So for now leave it. Yeah, it gonna need a
Sir, when
array list. It's gonna need a array list. If you are dealing with the array list, you might need an adapter for that. So for now leave it, you don't do it. When I cover the recycler view concept, then I can use some task like this.
Okay, sir.
Because if you are clicking on multiple hotels from here, from intent you can pass like one layout you can pass from intent, but you are dealing with the multiple layouts, you gonna need a array list. So if you are dealing with the array list, you need an adapter and view holder for that to extract that data and set it in a layout. So I will be covering that in recycler view. When I teach that, you can do something like this. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Or else another option I have. You can see here one. Okay, let me open that. Or else I want you guys to do this project. Let it build. When I complete the recycler view, that time I will give this project, not now. So, any doubts here or any suggestions?
no, sir.
You can see here I have multiple activities here, right? You can see here how many activities I have, how many layouts are we dealing with. So if you are creating something like this, it will be harder to know what error you are getting and where from where. This is the basic banking app. You can see when I click on the all users, I get the list of all the users and their bank balance here and their phone number here, right? You should have this layout. This is the basically using the recycler view. And when I click any one of this, like if I click on this, I should get the details of all the persons, which I can name, phone number, email address, their bank balance, IFSC code, and all that. If you whichever person you click, you should get their detail, right? And if I click for a pay, and I have to select a receiver to whom you want to pay. If I want to pay to Venkatesh, here you can see the names have appeared. I am paying from Harsh to Venkatesh. We have to enter some amount here, like say 500. And if I pay here, the amount will be updated here. The year 500 is deducted, and here. And if you go in the transaction history, you can see the transaction from Harsh to Venkatesh is 500. Something task like this I am planning. Yes. So you guys want to do this task or something else? Hello.
Sir, for this week we are go with that UI, sir. For upcoming weeks we will try to do it, sir.
Yeah, first I will teach the recycler view in this. Then only you can do some kind of task like this. When I cover the recycler view, you will be getting this project as your task. Is it okay for this project, or you want something else?
Sir, instead of recycler view, we can use the scroll view, sir.
No, no. Scroll view will
What
be
is the
enabled.
difference between recycler and scroll view, sir?
Yeah, the recycler view is used to show these items, right? You can see this is only a single card layout. Yes, this is a single card layout. In that which I am getting the name, phone number, and the balance. I am not using. If I come back to my layout, which is the main activity layout. See, I don't have a. So you open the wrong one. Yeah, let me open my main activity. The second one, user list type. Yeah, we can say I'm adding only one recycler view here. Nothing is else. Nothing else is here. Now, not a single card view and not anything, right? Only I'm including a recycler view. That's it. And from where you can see here, I'm created one user tile here, a row function. It is basically where I'm setting the username, setting their phone number, and setting their balance. How you can do that? Using the adapter and view holder of recycler view. So that's the whole other concept. And scroll view only enables the feature to scroll like this. It will not add up the data in it. So to add the data in it, you need some kind of list view or recycler view. This is the
Yes,
main
sir.
function of
List view.
main function of the,
I think list view also better for this, sir.
yeah, the list view is now older version, and it didn't updated by the developers also. Though this is the newest feature from the developer side as a recycler view, and they all recommended it to use the recycler view and any other modern apps you see now. Like you take it Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, each and every app have the recycler view. Wherever you getting this kind of data, you can see in your WhatsApp also you get this kind of user list, right? When you message them, or in your Instagram you get the feeds there, right? Your post, that is also
Yes, sir.
done by the recycler view. The recycler view knowing is the must for a developer. If you don't know recycler view, it will be of no use.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So if there are no doubts, we will end this section. Yeah, any doubts? Hello.
No, sir. No doubts.
So we shall end this meet here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.